What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I have time today, and I definitely have been slacking on my bake it or make it Thursdays. So I felt like what better way to come back than with a dip, something totally different. All right, so this is the crock pot chicken. Sorry guys, I got distracted. So this is the crock pot buffalo chicken dip. So what you're gonna need is 2 frozen chicken breasts, or you can do 3. You're gonna need 1 package of cream cheese. You're gonna need 1 cup of ranch dressing, 1 cup of red hot sauce, and 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. All right, so the first thing in order to get this started that we have to do is to get a pan. I have all of my pans stacked up right here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this medium-sized one. All right, so you're gonna use your medium-sized pan. I'm gonna fill it up with some water. Let's get that going. And of course, I'm gonna need the chicken breast. I have that right here. Uh-oh, okay. Something fell out. All right, so the chicken breast pack is kind of like wet and soggy, so I wanna just wash those off. Okay, so here it is. I have enough water in my pan. I'm gonna go ahead and get that turned on to the 6 just because I wanna get that water going ASAP. All right, so next thing I definitely want to do is open up this pack of chicken and wash it off. Okay. Don't mind me, guys. I just like to smell the chicken breast and stuff before getting it out. Alright, so I want to wash it off. So I just don't want a bunch of juice dragging across the floor. All right, so I put it into the pan, and what you're gonna want to do is let it cook on you're gonna want to let it cook on high. So I turned it up to 6, but I'm gonna put it on high. And so about 20 minutes, they will be done cooking. And as long as there's like no pink showing, it'll be good to go. And then next, you're gonna have to get your crock pot set up and bring your cheese, your ranch, your hot sauce, and your shredded cheese, cream cheese, hot sauce, and ranch. And that's all. So, see you back in about 20 minutes when the chicken breasts are done. All right, so what you're gonna have to do is, I have the cream cheese, but it's not at room temperature, which will be fine because guess what? It's gonna take time for this to cook anyway. And then I have to shred the chicken. So, trying to make as less mess as possible. I just clearly washed the dishes. All right, so I like to open mine up by the sides and then go up top. And boom. All right, so you take your whole block of cream cheese and that in. Throw the other piece in the trash. I'm gonna add in, oops, okay. So the ranch and the hot sauce are gonna basically even each other out. It's not gonna be hot, hot. And you know, anyone that knows me knows I don't like hot food. So this right here is a great way to, you know, kind of like not overcome the fear, but literally, like, I cannot stand hot food. I do not like hot sauce. I don't even like the smell of it. I hate it when my fiance puts it on like any and everything, fish, chicken, steak, like, oh God. And I'm like, if I have to sit here and smell this is a joke. Like, it stinks. So like I said, everybody that knows me knows I'm not a fan of hot sauce, but I don't mind it in this. So I basically just use the whole bottle. So you're gonna measure out 1 cup of hot sauce. So that is done. I'm gonna pour it in with the cream cheese. All right. Next, we wanna add in our ranch. And we're gonna need a whole cup of that as well. So I might have to get another bottle. Goodness gracious. Okay. Trying to get every bang for the buck, right? Before I have to get the other bottle. Yep. So the thing about me is I keep ranch, barbecue, all of those in my house. All right, so here's our second bottle. And so now I have to add the ranch. Trying to scrape all of it out. Okay, last but not least, we have to add in a cup of shredded cheese. All right. Trying to get as much as I can in the cup, and so that it doesn't go on my table. Oops. All right, so here's about a cup. I'm gonna pour it into my crock pot, and I'm going to mix all of this up. All right. Leftovers from the table would be good too, because that does count for the piece of cheese, right? All right, so what you want to do when the chicken is fully cooked, you're gonna want to shred it with a fork and toss it into the bowl, the crock pot with the other items. And you're gonna just heat it in the crock pot for about 30 minutes, and boom, you'll have the yummiest dip ever. And you can serve it with veggies, you can serve it with chips or crackers. And if you wanna make it even spicier, add more red hot. And if you wanna make it less spicy, just don't add that much. So like this recipe called for 1 cup of red hot sauce. So if you don't want it to be too spicy, the next time, you know, after you try it this way, just add the hot sauce. Just like don't add the whole cup. Just maybe like The first time I did it, I was like, oh, you know, the spice has a little kick to it and I can taste it. The second time that I decided to do it, I did half a cup of red hot sauce, but I still kept the other ingredients the same. So I'm gonna show you guys the dip now that everything has been mixed up. And so you just, like I said, the cream cheese is what is gonna have to melt and eventually kind of like blend in with everything else. So now what we need to do is shred the chicken and then place it into the crock pot. So yep, here is our chicken breasts that have been cooked on the stove in water, boiled basically for 20 minutes. So there is no pink whatsoever, and that's what you want. So now just what you're gonna do is shred it to the best of your ability. And then I have luckily a pair of tongs that came with my air fryer in order for me to shred this. So after I shred this, I'm gonna add it to the crock pot and mix it up with the other stuff. And then I'll leave it on the crock pot for about 30 minutes on high. And then boom, it's ready to go. And when you guys are ready to heat it up, you know, it still tastes the same. It still has that good quality and it's still good. So here I am shredding. All right, so our chicken is shredded. I've already put some pieces into the crock pot, but pieces that are just not like trying to come apart, I'm just ripping them myself now that they are cooled down. And then what we want to do after that is just mix everything all together. I already gave you guys the tips on what to do in case you think your batch turns out too hot, or if you think it turns out you know, not hot enough. You just know what to do. Add more or take away less. Don't add as much next time. All right, so here we have it. I'm gonna pour in the rest. And then all you want to do is mix everything up. So you guys can hear the cream cheese making a noise because that was not broken down. And so your buffalo chicken dip is going to be an orange-ish color. And you know, like I said, your cream cheese, of course, you want to try to break that apart if you can, which it seems like I can. It seems like it's breaking up. Now you definitely can smell the ranch and the hot sauce together, is what I will say. So all right, let's try to do it one more time. I'm trying to see where the cream cheese is at the bottom. Here it is. All right, so looks like I've at least broken it into sections. I guess I'd rather show you guys. All right, so it's been broken into sections. The cream cheese was just right here. Yep, right here. So like I said, it's been broken up into sections where it's gonna melt within that 30 minutes from being in the actual crock pot. And so just put it in there for 30 minutes, bring it out. And of course, I like to serve mine this way. I like mine bite size. So yeah, you guys can easily put this in the refrigerator. The longest I've left mine in the refrigerator for is probably about 5 days. You know, this is great for a party. It's great for like, you know, like an appetizer if you guys have some, you know, company over or whatever, but I love it. I can't complain. Let me know if you guys try it. Comment down below what you thought, what you think, or even if you guys have already made it before. Let me know what you think.